one in a million channel. As you can see, my chairs are still upside down. So anyway, Eunice Chan here, and I'm so excited to be sharing this message with you today because I have received this one question from one of my students, one of my clients, and I want to be addressing it with you because visualization is such a powerful process, and I have experienced it in my life. I have experienced the impact of a strong, potent visualization session, and oftentimes I honestly have gotten so much more than I have ever imagined out of just coming out of a visualization that feels like it has really touched my heart. And for the people who come out of a visualization session and you know that, you know how important visualization is as a part of setting your goals, as a part of manifestation, as a part of realizing your dreams come true. If you know how important it is as part of the process of manifestation, it's easy to get discouraged. It's easy to, feel like, I'm just getting it wrong. I don't know how to do it. When you close your eyes and you don't see anything. And so in today's video, I want to be addressing just that. And, I also want this video to be a form of encouragement for you. If you feel, if you feel generally just kind of discouraged, like you feel like, I can't really get anything right and it's so simple. And, the feeling of like, the way I would describe it is kind of like missing out on a party because, you know, when you are when everyone's talking about their visualizations and they're talking about like all the things that they can see and they experience and they can feel and touch and see and all the things that they dream of, and then you come out of your own visualization practice and you're like, I saw nothing. It's like it feels pretty like left out, like you missed out on something. So in today's video, I want to address some of the stress points that you probably have been experiencing so that you can relieve yourself from that pressure. And so then you can, have the same kind of visualization experience as everybody else, and you can really enjoy it. You can have the kind of experience that, is fulfilling to your heart and soul, and, it aligns to what you want. So I think one of the reasons why some of us, when we close our eyes and we try to visualize, we don't see anything, first of all, it's because of the pressure. First of all, it's because like I feel like I'm supposed to know how to do this, and I feel like I'm supposed to do it this way. And a lot of times because of the pressure, like I need to see it right now, I need to feel it right now, I need to experience it right now. And because of that, like I have this additional pressure that I put on myself, or I feel like it's supposed to, Loki, stop growling. It's so distracting. My dog's growling because her puppies want her milk. So we have this impression that it has to happen in a certain way, right? It has to happen in a certain way. And so we feel like it, like we need to experience it in the way that other people talked about. Sorry, I just had a complete brain fart, right? So there's that side of the pressure. But I think there is a deeper cause to why we feel inhibited in our visualizations. Why we feel like when we step into the experience, like there's this part of us that says, I don't know how I feel. I don't know what I'm thinking about. I don't know what is in my vision. Like I just don't know. Like there's no one to provide it for me. There's a very big reason for that. And one of the biggest main points that I want to be addressing with you today, and this is something that you can look within yourself. This is something that you can explore within yourself and ask yourself, do I experience this too? Because most of the people that I find are disconnected with their vision are the people who have been always told like what to think, what to feel, what they want, what their life is supposed to look like such that everybody else is like trying to give you their version of the answer, their version of, what they envision your life is supposed to look like, so that you don't even know what you want. You don't even have the space to like come up with the answers for yourself. You don't even have the space to like fantasize and daydream and look out the window and romanticize with your vision, because there's so many people who are so busy giving you their piece of advice, their piece of their vision of what they envision for you. This is a very big thing. And for the longest time, I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know. There was a mosquito. I didn't know like what I wanted for my life. And for the longest time, when I closed my eyes, I was either always envisioning what other people told me that they wanted me to have, and I always envisioned what society wanted for me. I always, had this filter of what was acceptable in societal means. And so, everything that I wanted was like I saw it through a filter. It was like given, it was like a hand-me-down kind of vision, right? It's either that I don't see it when I asked myself what I really wanted, and it's either that I saw a vision of what somebody else wanted. And so this is a very big cause. This is a very big reason for why you are not seeing something in your vision, because somebody else was always trying to give you a piece of their vision of you. The other reason is because when you were always trying to like come up with something, like you wanted to answer something for yourself, like let's say you were a child, you were growing up and you're trying to answer a question, you're trying to figure it out, and then before you could say something, somebody has already answered for you, because they didn't believe that you could come up with the answer. They didn't believe that you had the creativity. They didn't give you the space to explore. They just felt like they were helping you, but they were taking away the space for you to explore yourself, to really get to know yourself. So that is like the second cause. People always kind of intercepting the visualization process, the daydreaming process for you, such that you didn't even have the space to explore it within yourself, right? So those are some pretty big things. And the way that I would guide someone back into really like connecting back with their vision is to spend a lot of time with yourself, to spend time investigating and really getting to know yourself, because the biggest thing that stands between you and your visualizations is you not knowing who you are, you not being clear on what you want, you not, being in touch with your emotions, you not being familiar with the sensations that you like to feel in your body, in your life, in your emotions, right? And that is the biggest cause for us being disconnected with our vision, because we are out of touch with our emotions, right? We've always been told what to feel, what to think, what to do, who we are, even our character and our identity is being decided for others, that we have just lost touch with who we are. So what we want to do, the very first step for you to go back with connecting with your vision, is not to, force yourself to close your eyes and think hard enough, to remember and recall some of the images you have seen in a magazine or someone else's life, but to not give yourself that kind of pressure at all. So if you happen to do your visualization practice again, and I would encourage you to continue to do it, if you close your eyes and you don't see anything, allow that to be an opportunity, allow that to be an invitation for you to really get to know yourself on a more intimate level. Get to know yourself and ask yourself questions, the things that you have never asked yourself before. Give yourself the opportunity to do something that you have never tried before, such that in a new environment, in a new setting, you get to find out the kind of decisions that you would make, the kind of preferences that you have, right? You get to discover who you are in those situations. So then it becomes a very self-reflective period of time in your life, such that when you go through it, you have to get to know yourself. You have to talk to yourself. You have to sit with yourself. You have to be at a place where well, like, I don't really know what I would choose, but you will find yourself at a place where you will make a decision based on who you know yourself to be and what you feel like what you feel like choosing, like what you want. So that is a very powerful process because nothing, like there's no process, there's no practice that I can give you that will replace you getting to know yourself. There's nothing that the world can offer you. There's no beautiful imagery. There's no motivational talk or, pep talk or a vision or someone's life that can motivate you enough more than the 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 connectedness that you have with yourself. So if you feel disconnected from your vision, if you feel like, I don't really know how I want to feel. I don't know how I want to feel in my life. I don't really know what I want. I don't know what I desire to live in my life. I don't know what I desire to experience. Then it's a sign that you don't know yourself enough. And that is an invitation for you to spend more time with yourself, to search yourself, to find yourself, to rediscover, rekindle this relationship that you have with yourself that you've just kind of thrown into the back seat, that's kind of taken like a secondary position in your life, when you're so identified with what everybody else can see for you. So that is the tip for today. That is the answer that I am broadcasting and sharing with you today. Thank you for the person who asked me this question. I love answering questions like this because it gives so much clarity to even like the smallest part of the process of our manifestation of like just coming back home to ourselves. So I really hope that this helps you reconnect back with your vision and see what your life has for you, like uniquely has for you, not because someone told you, not because someone showed you, not because you think it's a good idea, right? Not because it looks successful, but it's uniquely yours. So that is all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in to this live stream, and thank you for those of you who are commenting and liking and sharing. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed it, and I will be seeing you guys in the next video.